Cyberpunk 2077 has a lot of diversity in character builds. We are going to run through this same short scenario a few times to highlight the 3 strongest builds in the game. The run we're viewing now is our control group, showing off basic pop-and-shoot first-person shooter combat. The weapon I use here is the tech rifle, but the encounter would play out similarly with any mid-range weapon. You can see our health dips low a few times here, and we take over a minute to clear the encounter. All of the top builds will be able to clear this encounter even faster and without the risk of being hit. The 2 main criteria I used to compare these builds is how easy it is to clear any given encounter using them, and how difficult it was to assemble the items and perks needed to make these builds work. The 3rd best build in Cyberpunk is the perfect stealth build, which uses any silent weapon alongside the legendary Reboot Optics quick hack. With this quick hack, you can apply the Reboot Optics debuff to every enemy in the area by hacking the first enemy you see. This will cause them to be blinded whenever they're about to detect you. A silencer will prevent enemies from hearing your shots and give you a 2.5 times damage boost while you remain undetected. And because you can be neither seen nor heard, you can stay undetected even when playing very aggressively, maintaining this damage bonus. As strong as it is, this build is not bulletproof. If you're clumsy, you can end up getting detected even with all of these powerful tools, and in a handful of encounters, stealth is not possible. The 2nd best build in the game is the max level Netrunner build. Quick hacking is usually gated by long cooldowns, limited ram points, and low base damage. However, various perks, legendary quick hacks, high intelligence, and top-end cyberdecks allow you to overcome all of these limitations and clear entire areas with absolutely no risk. Especially helpful is the legendary version of the ping quick hack, which lets us quick hack through walls. While this build is just as strong as our number 1 build, I place it as number 2 because its power is so heavily gated by perks and expensive or rare items, so its potential can't be unlocked until late into the game, and it can only be used by intelligence-focused characters. The best build in Cyberpunk is the tech build. Using either the ping quick hack or the threat detector cyberware mod, you can see enemies through walls, and as you can see, any tech rifle has no trouble taking out enemies once you know where they are, even through multiple extremely thick walls. The main power of this build can be achieved very early on in the game. All you need is any tech rifle and any item that reveals enemy locations. If you add on a few perks from the engineering skill tree, things get even more insane. You'll be able to defeat nearly any enemy in the game with a single charged hit besides a few of the stronger bosses. To close, I have a few more miscellaneous notes about the builds. The tech and perfect stealth builds can be played non-lethally by using add-ons to make your rifles non-lethal. The quick hack build can also be played non-lethally by using only the short circuit and contagion quick hacks. Both the quick hack and perfect stealth build can be used in missions with optional objectives requiring you not to set off alarms, while the tech build's only downside is that it is much less subtle. All 3 of these builds can be helpful for anyone dedicated to beating the game on the highest difficulty, or who want to cheese out a few tricky encounters. Keep in mind that while these builds are super effective, they may not be as fun to play. After using them for a while, I lowered the difficulty and found that I enjoyed the game a lot more when experimenting with lots of different weapons. That's all for this guide. Hope you enjoyed.